I ordered this piece of 1/8 inch sheet metal to build my forge out of. I need to build the hood for the base of the chimney and also the pan. So right now what I need to do is mark this up, and that way I know where to cut it for all my pieces. And I should get everything I need out of this for the pan and the chimney hood, except for one piece. I want to radius off the corners of my forge because I like that look of it. I am going to put a little bit of an edge on them, so that wouldn't necessarily be an issue to have like a sharp corner there. So this fire pot is one that I've had for a while, and I had it in a previous forge that I had built, and I sold the pan to a friend when I moved back to New Hampshire. It has this really tall flange on it, and in my old forge I had the pan sitting right underneath it, so all of this stuck up. That was super annoying to have to bank the coals up to it and scrape stuff up over the top. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to have it set down a little bit. I'm also going to fill the pan with about 3/4 of an inch of cement. On the side here it dips down, so I think what I'm going to do is have it basically to the height of that. I need to cut a hole in the bottom of the pan for this to fit in, and then under the pan I'll have to build up some sort of a little lip or something that this will sit in inside there. This is about what I want sticking out. I'm kind of happy with that. I think this will be a pretty decent forge. So one of the next things that I need to do is to bend the rails to go on the outside of the forge pan. And I've used a couple different dies here to try to figure out what the best radius is. And I've settled on this one, which is the smaller one here. I've got 2 of the side rails for the forge pan, and I'm going to weld them in the middle. I'm going to do that for both sides, and then I'll just cut a straight piece to tack the ends. So I'll go ahead and grind those welds down, straighten this out if I need to, if it warped at all, and then I'll do the same thing for the other side, and I'll do the same thing for joining the ends. I've got a couple tubes cut for the legs, and I want to put a bend in them similar to how you would see in a commercial buffalo forge. Now I tried doing a test piece earlier, so I want to get something like this. We ran into a little bit of an issue. We broke the original mount to the post vise again. It's been broken in the past, it's been welded twice, I broke it right on that seam. And the end here has been broken as well. So this afternoon we made a new one. So hopefully I can get these bent with the new one that we made. In the last forge that I had, the legs were removable, and I like that because it's just easier to store this thing if for some reason it's not set up, or if I want to travel with it. So the way that I'm going to do that is by using just some little tubes. But the problem is the legs don't fit inside because there's a weld inside. That's easy enough to just quickly take a file. I cut these short for that reason. It is a pretty tight fit, so I don't have to really worry about slop much. I want them inset some so that I'm not tripping over the feet constantly. This plate is slightly warped, and I put that warp up because, like I said, I'm going to be putting cement in here, plus it'll have the weight of the fire pot and the coal and whatever. So I'm hoping that will help kind of bring it down a little. And because it's slightly domed down, these tubes ever so slightly push in. Again, I think the weight will help push those out. But I want to make stringers, one, to help support the legs, but also to kind of pull them out to where they need to be and keep them from going further. So I've made some pieces similar to how I made the rail for the edge of the pan. So I think the next thing is to put a hole in the center of the bends, or pretty close to it. And then I'll have a corresponding hole in the leg. The hole in the stringer I want to be going straight through here, so these need to be roughly at a 45-degree angle. So I want to try to set this up in such a way that I can get those as close as I can to what I'm looking for. I've got the piece off of a square so that I can roughly clamp this in at the right angle. So there's one. Earlier I got the two ends of the stringers connected. My camera memory card filled up on me, so I wasn't able to get that bit of the process. They should all be tacked together at this point, so I'm hoping I can unclamp everything and hopefully everything's where I need it to be. I'm off by about a 1/4 inch from what I thought I was measuring. That was stupid. So I think I need to cut this side apart and make that just a hair longer. Alright, let's try this again. I got the stringer adjusted on the one side, so hopefully it's going to be where I need it to be or close enough that we can make it work. So. Hoping that because they're under tension, I don't have anything attaching the legs here, so I'm hoping this will kind of keep them in. Yeah, seems like it. Let's see. The next thing I need to do is get these little flanges welded on. You saw me shear these out of some angle iron. These are going to weld on underneath here, and this is what's going to retain the fire pot. Hopefully I've got those in the right spot. Before I put some more weld on there, I want to test the fire pot and see if it indeed is sitting kind of where I want it, and see if those holes are hopefully lining up. Then I have those set down just enough that hopefully when the fire pot's in there, the top flange is only going to stick up above the flush concrete here. I don't know, 3/16, quarter inch. A pretty heavy fire pot. Well, it seems to fit in there. Now let me see if I can get the bolts in. I can get the first one, and hopefully the second one will go. I don't believe that will. So I'm off maybe 3/16. It appears I've gone too far now. It's definitely close, but I wonder if I flip the pot around. Definitely fits better the other way. I'm just gonna go ahead and weld it on, file it, see if it'll fit. There's that one. But the only thing left to do on it, besides maybe just clean it up a little bit, is put the cement in it. But I'm not doing that for a little while because I need to take this on a demo in a month. I think that's it for now. Pretty excited to get a forge for the shop. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with projects like this, where the shop build's going. And once I kind of get past some of this stuff, I'll actually get back into the locks and things. But thanks again for watching. Bye.